We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Cardinals going up against the Rams. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams. Hi again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And you know, Charles, as Larry pointed out in the open, got a couple of great quarterbacks set to square off here this afternoon. That ball's probably going to be flying all over the place, isn't it?
Oh, without a doubt. And the game has never been more quarterback-centric than it is now. And both of these teams have top-flight signal callers.
Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway here in Los Angeles. Now it's Ellington to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Arizona taking the field on offense now, led by Carson Palmer. He'll be under center, and depending on when you hear this, he's either going to turn 37 or will have turned 37 on December 27th. So happy birthday or happy belated birthday, whatever.
Yeah, either way, it's going to work for Carson Palmer. And, you know, a lot of people speculate about his future. He's already announced that he intends to play again in 2017. If he can get the offensive line settled and get back all of his weapons, can Larry Fitzgerald come back? And he'll definitely make sure he hands it to David Johnson.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go, let's go. Blue 95.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Get ready. Blue 95. Blue.
On second down, here's Palmer. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Let's go.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
So it'll be first down here after the run. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, 52 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's David Johnson who provides the capper as he scores on the touchdown run. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Okay, Charles, we get a look at Jared Goff as he and the L.A. Rams take the field. And you look back to Week 15, just 135 yards, no touchdown passes. As this season winds down, the struggles continue.
They do continue. They just have not been able to get the running game going, which is a quarterback's best friend. But you do see the flashes from him. You see the throws. You see the footwork. You see him move, find open receivers. Accuracy will come as time goes on. But right now, everything's a little bit of a struggle.
On first down, it's gone. Then a catch made by Kenny Brent. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
It's not always as straight as that team wanted it more than the other, but on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. And we introduce you to these starters now, and Tavon Austin, a man who really doesn't need any introduction anymore in this league.
He did it all when he's at the University of West Virginia. Played wide receiver, slot, returned kicks, even lined up at tailback and ran for over 300 yards. All of those talents will be on display in this game.
And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. Touchdown, LA! Tavon Austin, 55 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And now here's Ross. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And this offense on your screen, one of the guys who knows how to win football games, Larry Fitzgerald.
Plenty of athleticism, but plays the game with incredible intelligence.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Let's go, let's go. Blue 58.
They go play action with Palmer. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They give him a gain of 38.
Strength throwing the football downfield has never been an issue for this big guy. I still remember the first time I met him. He was playing for USC, and when I got introduced to him, I thought I was meeting their starting tight end, not their starting quarterback.
Such a presence, Carson Palmer.
Very much so. Has had it ever since he entered campus there and still has it today.
And now a first down following that long gain.
Here we go. Blue 58.
Now Palmer on first down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The defense here for the Rams.
Mark Barron entered the league as a safety, but really plays much more like a linebacker. One thing we always notice at the end of every game, his stat sheet is full.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
Get ready. Wide 18. Wide 18.
Palmer gives to Johnson. And he's got some space here. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Have you talked with your friends who are in the fantasy leagues? I keep hearing David Johnson's name is coming up in a big way.
Boy, he was a steal third-rounder out of Northern Iowa, and I think last year started as a 4th-string back, didn't he?
He certainly did, but boy, he produces the year one on. Remember, he can run it. He can catch it. He was a wide receiver at Northern Iowa before he became a running back, and also has great kick return ability. Ran one back for a touchdown in 2015.
They go to Johnson again, and they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. His first carry. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 3rd down, Palmer. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Britton Golden, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now the Rams coming back out on offense. It'll be interesting to see how they finish this year. Obviously, it's been a rough season. There's no couching that. And then what do they do going into next year, Charles?
Well, you start with your building blocks. You start with Aaron Donald on defense. You start with Todd Gurley as a runner on offense. You start with Jared Goff, who will be in his second year now as a starting quarterback in the NFL. And you like that. Overall, you like what you do on defense. Plenty of guys who can run and make plays. But you've got to build the offensive line and help Todd Gurley get the running game going and give Jared Goff a chance to find some open receivers.
Gone to the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. And here is the Cardinal defense.
Tyrann Mathieu has a cornerback's build with safety skills. The Honey Badger knows where the football is.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
All right, here we go. Blue line.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Charles, in defense of Todd Gurley, week 15, more of the same. 14 carries, 38 yards. But it can't all be his fault. We've talked about that. The O-line, this is still a very talented runner, is it not?
It is, and I think it's someone that when you watch him play, you're really puzzled. He doesn't have more yardage this year, that he doesn't have the big runs. Remember, that 22-yard run against Seattle, just his second 20-yard run or more for the season. You would have thought he'd have at least one of those per game. So, yeah, it's not all of his fault. He'll have to continue to improve, and he'll have to continue to surround him with people who can block.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On second down, here's Goff. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
An extra DB added here for the Cards on third.
Blitzer play coverage.
From the gun on third down, Goff finding time. Got a man. It's his tight end, Lance Kendricks. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Now Goff on first down. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Second down now after the pass completion. From the 50, it's Goff. He's got time. Over the middle, he hits Austin. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
In the completion, nice throw, nice catch. But, Charles, big thanks goes to the men up front.
They allowed the quarterback to throw out of the rocking chair, so to speak. Plenty of time to survey the field and find an open man.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They go play action here on first down. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
When the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there, it doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the second level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off, didn't have to knock anyone to the side, didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off.
Second and goal to go now. This is Brown on the carry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal.
All right, here we go.
Now Goff on third and goal. And that is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Kenny Britt that time. And now it's fourth down. So on fourth down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A huge play there for Arizona. And even 40 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
First down carry here for Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
One quarter in the books. 14-10 the score. We're back to Southern California right after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, and they're on the move as they face a second down here. Again, it's Johnson. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On third down, Palmer. In middle of the field, he's got Nelson. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now Chandler Catanzaro for the Cardinal field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
After the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So Jared Goff, he is the focus of our player spotlight. And I don't know what more they need to see of him than what we're going to see in this player montage. He's been great. Why aren't they winning this game, I guess, is the question.
It is a good question, isn't it? Remember the time we spent with them in practice beforehand, and had that little twinkle in his eye where he thought, hey, we can get some bombs in this game. We can get deep, and that's exactly what's going on. But I don't think he thought if they could do that they'd be on the losing end.
They might need more of this air raid attack. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
I'm still astounded by the recovery of Todd Gurley from the knee injury at Georgia, the Offensive Rookie of the Year in his first season.
Yeah, over 1,100 yards, and now, they drafted the rookie, Jared Goff. Kind of see him as their future, but so much of the focus has to be on Gurley this year, doesn't it?
And the future becomes now if Todd Gurley keeps running the football the way that we've seen him run it in the past, because that will make it easier to break in a rookie quarterback.
And a nice spin into some open field. And that one results in 35 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. The one running back is Gurley. Now a play fake here on first down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. So second and 10 here.
Here we go. 3-19.
Back to the air. Goff on second down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down.
Hurry up, here we go.
Throwing on third, Goff. He's got time in the pocket. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So a little fortunate there because that one was definitely leaking right.
Without a doubt, maybe about the width of a football or so inside that right upright. But he got it to go.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Getting set to go again. Here's Carson Palmer heading back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Throwing now, Palmer on first down. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Palmer on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. On second down, here's Palmer. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They go play action here on first down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Second down following the incompletion. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Second and 10. It's Palmer again. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Larry Fitzgerald still catching footballs. The game's active leader in receptions, Charles. Second only to Baltimore Steve Smith in receiving yards, but well on his way to a second straight 100-catch season.
That's phenomenal, isn't it? Think about what he's had to do in his career. Staying healthy, taking care of his body, doing a great job in the film room to learn what defensive backs like to do and setting them up and beating them. His career is absolutely off the charts, and he went from an outside receiver to a slot guy. You name it, Larry Fitzgerald's done it.
Let's go. Wide 18.
To throw again, it's Palmer. That's caught at the 3. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Britton Golden with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Point after now from Catanzaro. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here again is the rookie Jared Goff to lead his offense back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. 2nd down here.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Everyone's looking for the big runs, the explosive runs, the 20 to 30-yard plays. But anytime you're picking up good yardage and setting yourself up on down and distance, offenses love that too.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now Goff. Got a man. It's his tight end, Lance Kendricks. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Goff on first down. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. They come up in an offset eye. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now it's Brown. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go. 3-19.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it?
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Here we go. 3-19.
On first down, it's Gurley. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Again, they run with Gurley. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 1st and goal, Gurley cuts right. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Todd Gurley, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead is down to 4. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's finished off by a Todd Gurley touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Now it's Ellington to return. Getting set to go again, here's Carson Palmer heading back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Larry Ridley will have first half highlights and analysis.
LR, plenty to show in this one.
Going to be a busy man at intermission. Second down, 8. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right.
Blue 58. Blue 58.
Now Palmer to throw on second down. And Nelson's got it here right side. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Now third down, less than a yard. On 3rd and 1, it's Palmer. And he's got Gresham. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Blue 95. Blue 95.
Throwing now, Palmer on first down. Caught by Nelson left side. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
Now Palmer on first down. Hauling it in, Nelson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. One receiver right, that's Brown.
Here we go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
Throwing again here, Palmer. Surveying the field. He completes it to Nelson. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap. to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Here's Palmer to throw. Underneath for Johnson. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
All right, now, regular.
On first down, it's Palmer. Dumping it off for Johnson. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on second down. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right.
Let's go. Blue 95.
Palmer to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 34. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA halftime report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Rams are on the bad end of things at home, but will have 2 quarters to turn it around. The Cardinals deserve to be ahead, but will need to put together another strong half. Here we go. Let's do this. Here's your first half highlights. Now 1st and 10. Johnson's got it on the run, and this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown. That puts them up by a touchdown. Rams with the football early in the first. Pass will be completed to the sidelines, and he's going to go 56 yards for the score. Rams tie it up at 7. Cardinals with possession early in the first. Palmer is going to complete the pass, and he'll end up picking up 38 yards on the play. Cardinals still on the field. Here the pass is completed into coverage, and that goes as a 15-yard touchdown. The Cardinals up by a touchdown. Cardinals have it at the 7. Quick pass is complete, and he caps off the 6-play drive with the score. The Cardinals push their lead to 11. 1st and 10. Gurley's got it on the run, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. Rams trail now by 4. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon and Charles. Brandon.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Here's the option going right. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 26 yards on the pickup there. And the Rams are going to get a first down.
First play of the drive, a first down run. That sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go now.
On first down, it's gone. Finding time. That's complete. It's Brian Quick. They'll get 32 yards there. And it'll be a Los Angeles first down.
When I watched Jared Goff on tape at Cal, I saw a guy who wasn't just a dart thrower. You know, a lot of people said, he's perfect for the West Coast offense. I always thought he could do a little bit more, and that was the reason why. He can push it downfield. He has a good, strong arm.
Red zone opportunity.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Second down following the run.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
To throw on second down is gone. This will be caught just inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Set, blue 90. Blue 90.
So the offense has it, 6-yard line, 1st and goal. Gurley. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it, rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it, too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy hold up the runner. Everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So they tried runs on 1st and goal and 2nd and goal, got stonewalled. Now from here, they've got to throw, right?
I would think so, and I would think you also maybe want to come up with something different in terms of formation. Maybe spread things out a little bit. Even though you're down near the goal line where things are tight, get it spread out a little bit and try and find some room to operate.
Now gone. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Now it's Zerline to try the Ram field goal. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And Zerline's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So make it 3 field goals for him now. And this last one tightens things up a bit.
And I know that offense is on the sideline right about now, checking out the tablets and saying, man, we let a good chance slip away there. We've got to start finishing some of these drives.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. Now it's Ellington to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
18.
They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. Looking sideline, incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. All right, as we sit here right now, let's look after Week 15 teams that are in. Seahawks clinching NFC West, NFC East Cowboys in, AFC West Raiders, and then, of course, the Patriots out of the AFC East. Who do you like?
I tell you what, it's still hard for me to go against the Patriots, even though we know that Gronk won't play throughout the playoffs. They know how to adjust better than any team in football. But Dallas, I know people want to find a way to knock them out of this deal. I think the youth will be served for Dallas, and what Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott are giving them, I think the rest of the team is feeding off of it.
One team I didn't mention maybe that could make some noise, who?
I would say Green Bay, because they still have a chance to win the NFC North in a showdown possibly with Detroit in the final week of the season.
Third down now following the run. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Palmer now to throw on third down. It's complete to Brown, right side. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And tough starting field position here. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. The one running back is Gurley. From his goal line here, Goff. He's got time. Look at the time. Looking deep downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for L.A. 53 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
And now a first down following that long gain.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Goff. He has Britt over the middle. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
They come out here in the eye. Now it's Gurley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run. This is Brown. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Play fake to Mason. Goff. He's got time in the pocket. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kenny Britt, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are going to jump back in front.
This has to be great for the psyche of this offense. Presented with bad field position, they didn't let it stop them. They rolled downfield and scored a touchdown.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Now it's Ellington to return. Oh, what a move. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Get ready. Blue 95. Blue.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And that one results in 35 yards.
All right, partner, that's it. That's a video game highlight catch right there. Acrobatic, one hand, come down with the football. Look, if you and I are playing Madden right now, I'm throwing down my control. I'm done. That's it. I can't do this anymore. Yet, we see it happen just about every week. All these guys need is a chance, and they're making those types of plays, even if we don't believe what we just saw.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
Now Palmer on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down.
All right, now. Blue 58.
2nd and 10 now, and it's Palmer. That is incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson. 3rd down here. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Blue 58. Blue.
On 3rd down, Palmer. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that'll tie us at 30 to 30. So it's another field goal here, his 3rd of the game. Maybe not exactly what you're looking for, but it does bring him level.
Baby steps there. You don't want to go for it on 4th down and come away with nothing. So it's a bit of a safe call, but at least it gets him back on level terms.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Let's go. Blue 90. Hot Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They come up in an offset eye. Here's Goff now on second down. Completes it right side to Britt. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
They make so many catches that are so tough, so acrobatic, so difficult, that often surprises me when they actually turn the ball over. You know, when the ball actually comes free. It's amazing sometimes because of what we see them do on so many different plays.
Had the catch, but couldn't control it on the contact. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Here we go. Blue 95.
Johnson on the counter. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Crashing in from the end there, not to disrupt the pass game, but to disrupt the run game.
Yeah, I love the distinction, too, because the good defensive ends, they can do it all. Set the edge in the run game, make sure that no one can move it that way, and, of course, rush the passer. On that play, use his speed to get there in the run game.
They come out with one back and three tight ends. On second down, Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Get ready. Deep.
And Palmer gives to Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their number one goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
Now they'll throw it with Palmer. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. Here's Palmer. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Third down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
So on fourth down, Palmer off, Catanzaro on for the field goal try. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. We focus our attention on the Cardinals defense now. And they forced that fumble the last time, and when it happens on a previous drive, you kind of get thirsty for it to happen again.
No doubt about it, because the person who created the turnover or the takeaway, he's getting the gold star. He's going to be the one we look at in film session and go, way to go. Everybody wants that praise from the coach. That means the next time out, you want it to be you.
Do they still hand out gold stars?
You know, amazingly enough, it's the simple things in life that motivate these guys.
A sticker, just a little gold sticker.
That's it, little helmet sticker in college.
Yeah, put it on your fridge.
Put a little gold sticker on their scouting sheet. Things like that. They love that stuff.
Makes them feel good. He takes this for 3 to the 29. In on the stop, Kevin Minter.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
To throw on second down is gone. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. That catch good for 5. It's third down. So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Third down and 1.
Let's go. Green, 39.
Here's Gurley. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
That was a terrific job by the defense stopping them on 3rd and short. But sometimes you get some visual cues from the offense because when they're going in short yard situations, you might see the offensive line come in tighter together, a little more shoulder to shoulder, trying to wedge a hole in the middle. They didn't get it done on that play.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Cardinals. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Gives to Johnson on the draw. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. A great call there and a big run on the draw. 34 yards.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender's bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. One receiver right, that's Brown. On 1st down, it's Palmer. And Gresham has it left side. And he'll get it down deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Get ready. 1-18. 1-18.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Second and goal, but still a decent chunk of yardage here. They're on the 8, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they'll go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Palmer will throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So now Catanzaro comes on in a pressure spot. This just a 24-yard attempt. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy. And they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now Goff on 1st down. Dumps it off to Gurley. Pushes over him.
Now that's just not right.
It's a gain of 15 that time. And that leads to a Los Angeles 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Fresh set of downs here. They go play action here on first down. Surveying the field. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it'll be first down Rams.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Goff on first down. Finding time. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be a Los Angeles first down. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a first down throw. Goff. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. They come up in an offset eye. They'll run it here with Brown. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Here we go. 319.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
False start, offense. Still 4th down.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
319. 319.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And that is incomplete. No luck that time for Jeff Fisher's guys. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They begin the drive with Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 on the gain there. And that'll be good for an Arizona first down.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the 4th quarter, they're really excited, because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock, because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
All right, now, 1.
They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells. And now it's second down. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Let's go, let's go. Blue 95.
2nd and 10 now, and it's Palmer. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right.
Now, 1, 18.
On 3rd down, Palmer. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Austin, spinning past him. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Now the Rams offense, they worked their way back on the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
To throw on 2nd down is Goff. He's got time. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And he will find his man. It's Kenny Brett. The 13 yards that time at a 1st.
Quarterbacks like throwing the slant route, but they have to be careful about ball placement. They have to put it in a spot that makes sure the receiver has his body in front of the defender.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 1st down, Goff. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Second down and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And sometimes when you're watching a game, you can actually see drills in effect during a ball game. And what I saw there was what running backs call the gauntlet drill. We have to go through a series of defenders. We're going to hit them, poke at the football, make them bounce, spin, dig for extra yardage, the whole deal. And we saw it there. His running backs coach, he's got to be awfully proud of that run.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved.
False start, offense. Still 1st down.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
From the gun, here's Goff. Over the middle, Cooper with it. Only 2 yards on the completion. It's 2nd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Second down now after the pass completion.
Set. 3-19.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Let's go. Green 39.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved.
False start, offense. Still 3rd down.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Here we go now. Green
3rd and long. It's Goff. He's got time in the pocket, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that will bring the deficit back down to 3. All right, so this one's now back within a field goal. And if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel. And I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
for the made field goal. Zerline back out there now to send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out here in the eye. Palmer gives to Johnson. And no room that. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On 3rd down, Johnson. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal defense, they head out to get set here. They've got a situation where a field goal ties it. How do you defend this? Because you obviously don't want to give up the touchdown. How aggressive do you get?
That's always the key, isn't it? Where is the line on aggressiveness to over-aggressiveness? And I think most coordinators are looking at it like run your regular defense, add some pressure packages, because really the 35-yard line is the one you really want to defend. At that point, you're thinking you're probably giving up 3. Anything outside of that, you feel like you've got a chance to hold them.
So they'll be in search of the proper amount of pressure. He's back to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now they're in the hurry-up. Back to throw. Surveying the field. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it, but was not in bounds. Incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. He'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. And they're going to speed things up here. Back to throw. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's fourth.
The way the game's played now, you almost can take position affiliations off of guys. He may have been a running back, but they count on him to be a receiver and catch that football.
But he could not catch it. A big drop on third down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So now then, it's a big kick there to get this game back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal could still do you in.
Brandon, we're going to see right here. I would expect that after the kickoff, this offense is going to come out throwing. So those first few plays are going to be the key.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. A beautiful fake. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Rams defense, they make their way back out there now. They're trying, Charles, just to simply preserve this tie at this point. I mean, well, they take a turnover, pick six, but they're trying to hold on to that tie.
No doubt about it, and they have to stay on alert here in case they try and run something big. Some teams are really gamblers. They want to get after it a little bit, make sure that doesn't happen. And also, if you're the offensive team, you might think to yourself, let's just get to overtime. Yeah. Take a knee and let's get out of here.
Yeah, they have a decision. They could play it conservative or maybe a little more liberal. They'll put two receivers left, two to the right.
Blue 58. Blue 58.
Throwing now is Palmer. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And as the fourth quarter winds down here, we're all even.
And no one wants this game to extend. They want to go ahead and win it right now.
Blue 58.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play.
Third and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. They go to Johnson again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. He's been terrific so far. Here's Austin. They juked him. So we saw a lot of points. Overtime comes. The defenses, they clamp down.
Rather amazing, isn't it? Because would you have even thought that we get to overtime after what we witnessed for 4 quarters?
Not at all.
And have 0 points on either side? Not a chance, right? And somehow it happened. We always talk about making adjustments. Maybe both defenses took 4 full quarters in order to get an adjustment. Got 1 good period in for both defenses, and now they go home. You buying tonight?
I thought it was you. I did last week. I did the last 2 weeks.
Oh, I was trying to go for 3.
Dinner on you, my good
Trying
man.
to go for 3.
Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. And they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Gurley again here on first down. They find some open field here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
That's a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. First throw in overtime for Goff. Finding time. He's going to, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare, because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. This is Brown on the carry. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. We needed extra time to decide this one. The rushing score in OT finishes it off, but all throughout, really just a great game to witness.
I agree, and the whole time we were watching and working on this game, I had it in the back of my head. We could get to overtime. Just the way this game went, the ebb and flow of it all. And then to get there and finish it what I would call an old school way, a running play, because in today's NFL, we throw the ball to ring the bell, don't we?
Not there. They ran it in. And again, just a great game that we bore witness to. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. And we're off to battle traffic on the 110 as we say so long from L.A.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a whole lot of fun.
Can't wait.